In the winter of 1959, deep in the northern Ural Mountains of the former Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers set out on a journey that would end in one of the most haunting mysteries of the 20th century. It is now known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student at the Ural Polytechnic Institute. All 9 members were skilled, certified hikers with experience in harsh winter conditions. Their goal was to reach Otorten Mountain, a remote peak in Sverdlovsk Oblast. It was a demanding but achievable expedition, classified as Category 3, the highest level of difficulty at the time. On January 23, 1959, the group departed by train from Sverdlovsk, now known as Yekaterinburg. After days of travel by rail and truck, they began their trek on skis into the frozen wilderness. Temperatures dropped below -30 degrees Celsius. Snowstorms were common. The terrain was unforgiving. One member turned back early due to illness, leaving 9 hikers to continue. This decision likely saved his life. On February 1st, the group set up camp on the eastern slope of a mountain, known to the local Mansi people as Khalat Shakal, meaning Mountain of the Dead. That night, something happened. When the hikers failed to send a scheduled telegram upon their return date, relatives raised the alarm. Search teams were organized. On February 26th, rescuers found the tent. It was partially buried in snow. What they discovered was deeply unsettling. The tent had been cut open from the inside. The hikers' boots, coats, and personal belongings were left behind. It appeared they had fled suddenly into the freezing darkness, inadequately dressed. The first 2 bodies were found near a forest edge, under a cedar tree. They were barefoot, dressed only in underwear. Signs suggested they had attempted to light a fire. 3 more bodies were discovered between the tree and the campsite, positioned as if trying to return to the tent. Months later, the remaining 4 hikers were found in a ravine, covered by meters of snow. Some had suffered severe internal injuries, including fractured ribs and skull trauma. One woman was missing her tongue, yet there were no clear signs of an external struggle. Soviet investigators concluded that the group had died of hypothermia, with some injuries attributed to a powerful, unknown force. The official case was closed with a brief statement. The hikers had succumbed to a compelling natural force. The area was sealed for years. Files were classified. Rumors spread. Some suggested an avalanche. Others pointed to military testing in the region. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the investigation. The following year, they concluded that a small slab avalanche likely caused the hikers to cut their way out of the tent in panic. Disoriented in darkness and extreme cold, they were unable to survive the elements. Yet questions remain. Why were some injuries so severe? Why did they not return to the tent once the immediate danger had passed? And why did traces of low-level radiation appear on some clothing? More than 6 decades later, the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to disturb and fascinate. 9 young lives were lost in a frozen wilderness. The mountains remain silent, and the full truth of that night may never be completely understood.